Hello, boys and girls. It's chapter 21 of Charlotte's Web, called The Last Day. Charlotte and Wilbur were alone. The family's gone to look for Fern. Templeton was asleep. Wilbur lay resting after the excitement and strain of the ceremony. His medal still hung from his neck. By looking out of the corner of his eye, he could see it. Charlotte, said Wilbur after a while, why are you so quiet? I like to sit still, she said. I've always been rather quiet. Yes, but you seem especially so today. Do you feel all right? I feel tired, perhaps, but I feel peaceful. Your success in the ring this morning was to a small degree my success. Your future is assured. You will live secured and safe, Wilbur. Nothing can harm you now. These autumn days will shorten and grow cold. The leaves will shake loose from the trees and fall. Christmas will come, and then the snows of winter. You will live to enjoy the beauty of the frozen world. For you mean a great deal to the Zuckermans, and they will not harm you ever. Winter will pass, the days will lengthen, the ice will melt in the pasture pond. The song sparrow will return and sing. The frogs will awake. The warm wind will still blow again. All these sights and sounds and smells will be yours to enjoy, Wilbur. This lovely world, these precious days. Charlotte stopped. A moment later, a tear came to Wilbur's eye. "Oh, Charlotte," he said, "to think that when I first met you, I thought you were cruel and bloodthirsty." When he recovered from his emotions, he spoke again. "Why did you do all this for me?" he asked. "I don't deserve it. I've never done anything for you." "You've been my friend," said Charlotte. "That itself is a tremendous thing. I wove my webs for you because I liked you. After all, what's a life anyway? We're born, we live a little while, then we die. A spider's life can help bring something of a mess with all this trapping and eating flies. By helping you, perhaps I was trying to lift up my life a trifle. Heaven knows everyone's life can stand a little of that." "Well," said Wilbur, "I'm no good at making speeches. I haven't gotten your gift for words, but you have saved me, Charlotte. I would gladly give my life for you. I really would." "I'm sure you would, and I thank you for your generous sentiments." "Charlotte," said Wilbur, "we're all going home today. The fair is almost over. Won't it be wonderful to be back home in this barn cellar again with the sheep and the geese? Aren't you anxious to get home?" For a moment, Charlotte said nothing. Then she spoke in a voice so low that Wilbur could hardly hear the words. "I will not be going back to the barn," she said. Wilbur leaped up to his feet. "Not going back? Charlotte, what are you talking about?" "I'm done for," she replied. "In a day or two I'll be dead. I haven't enough strength to climb down into the crate. I doubt if I have enough silk in my spinners to lower me to the ground." Hearing this, Wilbur threw himself down in an agony of pain and sorrow. Great sobs racked his body. He heaved and grunted with desolation. "Charlotte," he moaned. "Charlotte, my true friend." "Come now, let's not make a scene," said the spider. "Be quiet, Wilbur. Stop thrashing about." "But I can't stand it," shouted Wilbur. "I won't leave you here alone to die. If you're going to stay here, I shall stay too." "Don't be ridiculous," said Charlotte. "You can't stay here. Zuckerman, Lurvy, and John Arable and the others will be back any minute now, and they'll shove you into the crate and take you away back to the farm. Besides, it wouldn't make any sense for you to stay here. There would be no one to feed you. The fairgrounds will be soon empty and deserted." Wilbur was in a panic. He raced around and around the pen. Suddenly he had an idea. He thought of the egg sack and the 514 little spiders that would hatch in the spring. If Charlotte herself was unable to go home to the barn, at least he must take her children along. Wilbur rushed to the front of the pen. He put his front feet up on the top board and gazed around. In the distance he saw the Arables and the Zuckermans approaching. He knew he would have to act quickly. "Where's Templeton?" he demanded. "He's in the corner under the straw asleep," said Charlotte. Wilbur rushed over, pushed his snout under him, and tossed him into the air. "Templeton!" screamed Wilbur. "Pay attention!" The rat, surprised out of a sound sleep, looked first dazed, then disgusted. "What kind of monkey shine business is this?" he growled. "Can't a rat catch a wink of sleep without being really popped into the air?" "Listen to me," said Wilbur. "Charlotte is very ill. She only has a short time to live. She cannot accompany us at home because of her condition. Therefore, it is absolutely necessary that I take her egg sack with me. I can't reach it, and I can't climb. You're the only one who can get it. There's not a second to lose. The people are coming. They'll be up here in no time. Please, 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 Templeton, climb up and get the egg sack." The rat yawned. He straightened his whiskers. Then he looked up at the egg sack. "So," he said in disgust, "so it's old Templeton the rescue again, is it? Templeton, do this. Templeton, do that. Templeton, please run down to the dump and get me a magazine clipping. Templeton, get me that. Get me a piece of string so I can spin a web." "Oh, hurry," said Wilbur. "Hurry up, Templeton." But the rat was in no hurry. He began imitating Wilbur's voice. "So it's hurry up, Templeton, is it? Ho, ho, ho. What thanks do I ever get for these services, I'd like to know? Never a kind word for old Templeton, only abuse and wisecracks and side remarks. Never a kind word for a rat." "Templeton," said Wilbur in desperation, "if you don't stop talking and get busy, all will be lost. I will die of a broken heart. Please climb up." Templeton lay back in the straw. Lazily, he placed his forepaws behind his head and crossed his knees in an attitude of complete relaxation. Die of broken heart, he mimicked. How touching, my. I notice that it's always me you come to when you're in trouble, but I've never heard of anyone's heart breaking on my account. Oh no, who cares anything about old Templeton? Get up, screamed Wilbur. They're coming, hurry up, stop acting like a spoiled child. Templeton grinned and lay still. Who made trip after trip to the dump? Why it was old Templeton. Who saved Charlotte's life? By scaring that Arable boy away with a rotten goose egg. Bless my soul, I believe it was old Templeton. Who bit your tail and got you back on your feet this morning after you fainted? Has it ever occurred to you that I'm sick of running errands and doing favors? What do you think I am? A rat of all work? Wilbur was desperate. The people were coming, and the rat was failing him. Suddenly he remembered Templeton's fondness for food. Templeton said, I will make you a solemn promise if you get Charlotte's egg sack for me, and from now on I will let you eat first when Lurvy slops me. I will let you have your choice of everything in the trough. I won't touch a single thing until you're through. You mean that? Said the rat. I promise. I crossed my heart. All right, it's a deal, said the rat. He walked up to the wall and started to climb. His stomach was still swollen from last night's gorge. Groaning and complaining, he pulled himself to the ceiling. He crept along until he reached the egg sack. Charlotte moved aside for him. She was dying, but still had a little energy to move. Then, when Templeton bared his long, ugly teeth and began snipping the threads that fastened his sack to the ceiling, Wilbur watched from below. So there he's going up to get the egg sack. It's tiny. Use extreme care, he said. I don't want a single one of those eggs harmed. Fix my mouth, complained the rat. It's worse than caramel candy. But Templeton worked away at the job and managed to cut away the sack adrift and carry it to the ground, where he dropped it in front of Wilbur. Wilbur heaved a great sigh of relief. Thank you, Templeton, he said. I will never forget this as long as I live. Neither will I, said the rat, picking his teeth. I feel as though I've eaten a spool of thread. Well, home we go. So Templeton crawled into the crate and buried himself in the straw. He got outside just in time. Lurvy and John Arable and Mrs. Zuckerman came along at that moment, followed by Miss Arable and Mrs. Zuckerman and Avery and Fern. Wilbur had already decided how he would carry the egg sack. There's only one way possible. He carefully took the little bundle in his mouth and held it there on the top of his tongue. He remembered what Charlotte had told him, that the sack was waterproof and strong. It felt funny on his tongue and made him drool a bit. And of course, he couldn't say anything. But as he was being shoved into the crate, he looked up at Charlotte and gave her a wink. She knew he was saying goodbye in the only way he could, and she knew her children were safe. Goodbye, she whispered. Then she summoned all her strength and waved one of her front legs at his. She never moved again. Next day, as the Ferris wheel was being taken apart, and the racehorses were being loaded into vans, and the entertainers were packing up their belongings and driving away in the trailers, Charlotte died. The fairgrounds were soon deserted. The sheds and the buildings were empty and forlorn. The infield was littered with bottles and trash. Nobody of the hundreds of people that had visited the fair knew that a gray spider had played the most important part of all. No one was with her when she died. That's the end of chapter 21. We'll read the next chapter tomorrow. Hope you guys can listen and enjoy it. Talk to you later. Bye.